Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16. In 2005, God called us to the 5 Points neighborhood of Toledo, Ohio, with a simple call to love our neighbor as ourselves. When we first began, we didn't know entirely what that meant, so we just started loving people, one person at a time. And over the years, we found that we've reached out to hundreds of people, to children, to families, to the broken, to the hungry, to the lonely, and the searching. In schools, in parks, in homes, and on streets. I am George Williams.
And I'm Sarah Williams. We are urban missionaries, and we live to see God's kingdom manifest in our community. And these are our people. We gather, we do events such as Sidewalk Sunday School, block parties, community dinners, and after-school programs. These events are a platform for relational ministry. We love to reach the masses, but really, it's all about the one. Events give opportunity for relationship. Relationship births trust, and a place to speak the message of God's love.
Over the years, we've seen many people come to Christ and have had the opportunity to walk with many of them on their spiritual journey. But there's been a gap. The need for a church in our community has been ever increasing. A church that is culturally relevant, that's transformative and balanced, where people love one another passionately, reaching out in the world and grow closer to God.
The more that we realized this need, the harder we prayed that God would plant this kind of church in our community. So we prayed and we petitioned until God answered our prayer. Except it wasn't what we expected. He was calling us to plant that church where our community will come together to worship, to grow together, and to see the mission of God fulfilled here in our neighborhood.
The pulse of our community is crying out. It's longing for something bigger, for something greater. And the longing is a worshiping culture where Christ is the current that carries us along on our spiritual journey towards Him. God is calling us to plant CityLight Church.
And so we've said yes. This church plant is a progression of what God has already been doing in this community. Outreach is in our DNA. Just as we've been doing for years, we're going to continue to love and serve these people. And as a church, we'll pastor the community at large and come alongside our neighbors wherever they are in their spiritual walk.